The 142 seats of South Bengal and Kolkata that vote in the final phase and which could decisively shape the outcome of the 2026 election. This is the Trinamool Congress' strongest turf. In 2021, the TMC won 123 out of these 142 seats, while the BJP managed just 18. The scale of dominance is what makes this phase so critical. The TMC is relying on its welfare architecture, built over more than a decade, to consolidate its base among women and economically vulnerable voters. In regions like South 24 Parganas and Sundarbans, this network is deeply entrenched and continues to be a major political advantage.
ভোটের রাজনীতি, फोटोशॉपिंग, चैलेंज করছি, लोगों का वोट में नाम काट दिया, महिला लोगों को ऊपर अत्याचार कर रहा है, महिला को जो रेप करते हैं उसको अब टिकट देता है, और आप कहते हैं कि बंगाल जल रहा है। बंगाल नहीं जल रहा है, आप जल रहा है। और 4 तारीख में रिजल्ट निकालेगा तो देखेंगे জ্বলবেন আর লুচির মতো ফুলবেন। কালকে দূরদর্শনের প্রধানমন্ত্রী কেঁদে কেঁদে হেরে গেছে, তো মুখ দেখাতে পারছে না। দূরদর্শনকে মিসইউজ করে সরকারি যন্ত্রকে রাজনৈতিক প্রচার করছে, করে বলছেন हमको महिला ভোট करने नहीं दिया। আমি আপনাদের বলি, वो तो 2023 साल में पास हो गया, आपने क्यों नहीं किया? 450 का ऊपर वोट मिला, हम लोगों ने समर्थन दिया। 2023 में 25 सितंबर में हो गया था, आपने क्यों नोटिफाई नहीं किया? চালাকিটা কি ছিল শুনুন। সামনে মহিলা আগে পাশ হয়ে গেছে অলরেডি, আর পেছনে ময়লা। বঙ্গভঙ্গ, দেশভঙ্গ, 543টায় মোদি হেরে যাবে। তাই 850 সিট করে দেশ ভাঙার পরিকল্পনা ছিল, রাজ্য ভাঙার পরিকল্পনা ছিল। তাই আমরা জোটবদ্ধ হিসেবে হারিয়ে দিয়েছি। আগামী দিনও মনে রাখবেন, আমরা 8 জন আমাদের তাও যেতে পারিনি ইলেকশনের জন্য, শিবসেনাও যেতে পারেনি, আরও অনেক পার্টি, আরও 20-25টা ভোট আমাদের কাছে এক্সট্রা আছে। সেটা যদি প্লাস করেন আর বিজেপিটা যদি মাইনাস করেন, আগামী দিন ওদের সরকার পড়ে যাবে, মাথায় রেখে দিন। আবার বলছে ঝাল লেগেছে, ঝাল লাগেনি আমাদের। ঝাল তো তোমার 2004 তারিখে যখন কাউন্টিং হবে তখন তোমার ঝাল লাগবে, আর তখন তুমি দেখবে আর লুচির মতো ফুলবে।
In contrast, the BJP has campaigned around governance and economic concerns. It is focusing on issues like unemployment, infrastructure, gaps and law and order without focusing on Mamata itself. There is also a visible shift in the narrative. From largely welfare-driven contest, the election is now being shaped by aspirational politics and economic concerns, making battle more competitive, less personalized, but more about issues which shapes the mood of the modern Bengali. And on the ground, the BJP's booth-level mobilization is helping to close the gap in several constituencies. But it is not as if the Mamata has weakened. TMC's vote share remains intact. At the same time, higher voter turnout in the early phases is being seen as a sign of tighter contest rather than a one-sided race. But there are some experts who are saying that the voting is on the higher side because numbers have been deleted from the voters list. Well, the jury will be out on 4th of next month. Now let's listen to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
जिस नारे के साथ टीएमसी ने बंगाल में सरकार बनाई थी, वो नारा ही टीएमसी ने भुला दिया है। साथियों, आपने 15 साल इन लोगों को मौका दिया, लेकिन उन्होंने मां के लिए, नारी की सुरक्षा के लिए कुछ नहीं किया। इन्होंने माटी के लिए, किसानों के लिए कुछ नहीं किया। टीएमसी ने युवाओं के लिए भी कुछ नहीं किया। साथियों, इस चुनाव में वैसे ये मेरी आखिरी सभा है और बंगाल में जहां जहां गया हूं, बंगाल के लोगों का जो मैंने मिजाज देखा है, मैं इस विश्वास के साथ वापस जा रहा हूं कि 4 मई के नतीजों के बाद बीजेपी के शपथ ग्रहण समारोह में मुझे आना ही है और इसलिए मेरा उत्साह और बढ़ जाता है।
Well, what will happen is something which the voters have already decided. But on this issue, I'm joined by Saurav Chunder, spokesperson TMC, Dr. Avra Sen, spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party, and Nirmala Mukherjee, senior journalist. Thank you all of you gentlemen for joining me. And now let me take opening comments from the spokesperson. Let me go to Saurav Chunder. This is the Bastion voting that has taken place. What's your assessment as an opening comment? Are you going to hold the lead here, sir?
Well, to be very honest, out of the 142 seats which are going to poll in the second phase, out of that we are defending about 123, if I'm not too mistaken. This is our stronghold, and we've gone to the people with our report card for the last 15 years, and therefore I strongly believe that the people have seen through the rhetoric, the poll rhetoric which is being used by our principal opponents, and you will appreciate that this is one lady who is single-handedly taking on the might of the central machinery, and it's a multi-political party attack which we are facing. So the Congress is going alone. The left is fighting all the seats. The BJP, which is our principal opponent in terms of the numbers that they have, they are, of course, fighting tooth and nail. And we are fighting all the three parties in the fray. So it's a humongous fight, and we strongly believe that we have this simple single woman who is taking on the entire system, and the people are resolutely with us. While the center, while the center may have the agencies with them, we have the people with us.
Okay, Dr. Avra Singh, your opening comments. North is something which the Bharatiya Janata Party has done well. Do you think that this time the mood is different?
See, it won't be a mere storm. It won't be a mere cyclone. It could be a tsunami of BJP. I repeat, a tsunami of BJP across Bengal.
Okay.
In the first phase itself, we are very sure that we'll be getting 110 plus seats. And in the second phase also, we'll be doing very well. There is no bastion of TMC left in Bengal in today's time. There is severe anti-incumbency all over Bengal. People are fed up of the antics of Trinamool Congress and the scams that they have performed, quote unquote. If hypothetically TMC stays back in power, they can only offer more scams, and nothing else. They have no development on their agenda. They have failed miserably in the past 15 years. People are aspiring for something much better from the new government, which will be led by Bharatiya Janata Party. There are several issues in the state of West Bengal, including that of women's safety, that of unemployment, that of lack of industrialization, and people moving out of the state due to lack of jobs. All of these things have culminated into a situation where people are wanting change, and change is inevitable. TMC is going from power. You can write that on plain paper and take my signature, because I am that much sure of it. People are waiting for tomorrow's time. They will go out in numbers and they will vote against BJP, against TMC, and they will throw TMC in the dustbin.
Okay. Your opening comments, Nirmaloda, then I'll come with some very specific questions.
No, see, basically, I've been speaking to some senior TMC leaders. As you know, because I'm a senior journalist, I've been speaking. They know me for a very long time, since the time Mamata started her fight against the left front people and the CPM government. So I don't find anybody saying that we are going to win with thumping numbers. Everybody is giving a very logical type of answer that it's a tough fight. Saurav, as Saurav was saying, it's a tough fight. It's a humongous fight. He's clarifying it in that way, magnifying. So I don't get it in numbers as such. There are two types of people I have come across. In TMC, you have, since I'm talking about TMC, because I don't talk about BJP, because BJP is out of power, and BJP will be having blind supporters. They don't have beneficiaries as such. TMC has two types of people. One is the supporting base, the supporters, and one the beneficiaries. The beneficiaries will always say they will get more than 200. The supporters this time are a little reticent. They are not coming out very fast to say this is going to happen or that is going to happen. But these 142 seats are important is evident from PM's letter. Because the Prime Minister wrote the letter just before the elections in 142 seats. That itself has given these 142 seats a very big number. And you see the number of preventive arrests that is taking place. About 2,500 preventive arrests have already taken place. Why is this? Because Bengal, as I have seen in the last 50 years or 44 years, what is that? Bengal is a very violent state. I have calculated over 200 people have died in Bengal due to elections on poll day itself. There were instances during left-hand regime when 68 people have also died. I have seen. During panchayats, there were huge clashes. Now, the biggest thing what I find is that in Bengal, when Mamata came to power in 2011 in front of us, we were accompanying her because we were pro-changes at that point of time. There were some journalists who were against change, but I personally was a pro-change. So I can tell you now, that's 2011. Percentage of polling has gone down from 84% in 2011, it has come down to 79%. So there is a 5% fall. Suddenly it has gone up. Whatever may be the effective number, a 9% rise or an effective 7.5% rise, that itself is a very important issue. Why it has gone up? Is it on the agenda of SIR or is it on something? The point is, what I find is that Hindu consolidation is taking place in the maximum level, number one, because RSS has come into operation. BJP leaders held meeting with RSS people.
But the RSS was in operation even the last time around.
No, there was no official meeting. This time there was an official meeting. 3 RSS leaders, I wouldn't name them, I know them. They came down and they were speaking to Mr. Amit Shah. Mr. Amit Shah had a one-to-one meeting with all 3 leaders. And
so are you saying
RSS,
that last time RSS and BJP didn't cooperate?
No, I'm not saying that. There was no direct involvement of RSS.
I don't buy this. I mean, so there have been no elections. I have covered politics for 25 years. I don't buy this. You know, this argument, sir. This argument does not cut. There have been issues on which RSS have been pretty upset when JP Nadda gave that interview before 2024 elections. That is a different thing. But to say that one doesn't work for others, I don't buy this.
I am saying a different point, Karthik. I'll tell you. You are absolutely on the point. RSS could have backed up from behind, but there were no faces in the front. This time they held an official meeting. That is what I am saying.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll come to you.
So that is one big point, that the connection with the people and what they are saying, that also I know.
Okay.
And it is all come out in the papers.
Okay, it's your opinion, Nirmala. I'm not here to take sides, but okay, let me go across to Saurav. Saurav, what do you think is different this time in election? Unlike last time, there has been no direct attacks on Mamata Banerjee. The previous election, there was this whole thing, Didi O Didi. This time, the BJP has stayed away from it. Secondly, SIR has become an issue. You will not believe that the people, the migrant laborers who work in NCR, in housing societies, they have left in masse. They have left in masse in Gurgaon, in Noida. The people who do the household job, they are not here. They have gone back to West Bengal. So the impact of the West Bengal election for the first time at a basic level has been felt in NCR also.
Yes, Mr. Sharma, first and foremost, I must say that when there are veteran journalists like yourself and Mr. Mukherjee in the panel, people who are very young and who've just joined politics, it's a learning experience for all of us. Having said that, I would like to answer your question as to what I see differently this time around. Now, you've rightly pointed out that this jump that we see in voter turnout, I think it is close to 94%, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if it is 94%, and Mr. Mukherjee also beautifully explained this effective number, And effective number, if I consider, there is a swing of about 1.5% to 2.5%. That is the range in terms of the effective number. Now, we are obviously saying that this is for SIR because I am personally, Mr. Sharma, privy to certain conversations which have taken place with my friends who are flying down to Calcutta. They have never done this before. They're flying down to Calcutta and they are voting. And the conversations which I have had, and I'm saying this with full responsibility, they have said that this is because I want to protect my identity as a Bengali. I may not agree with many things that the Trinamool does. I may not agree with many things that the other parties do. But I am resolutely confident about the fact that we don't want BJP in the state, and therefore we are going to cast a vote against the BJP. Of course, Dr. Sen will counter me by saying that no, all of this is anti-incumbency and it is for the BJP. But I give you my personal view, my personal assessment. Now, insofar as the issues which are being raised by the BJP, they are essentially projecting themselves to be a political alternative. Now, on part of the Trinamool, I must say that we are not stupid people, sir. We are not, we don't have these tall claims that West Bengal is a perfect state. We have tried to do a lot and we acknowledge the fact that there is a lot that remains to be done. And we have gone to the people with our manifesto, we have gone to the people with our report card, and we are confident that people will have, we have faith in the people and they will have faith in us. Having said that, sir, I would simply say that the alternative that the BJP is trying to project as, they are the alternative to the Trinamool. It is at times, and I don't want to use a harsh expression, but at times it comes across as extremely hypocritical because they talk about women empowerment. We know what the NCRB data is saying. They talk about industry, sir. We know what the data is saying. They talk about jobs and unemployment. National average is 4.5%. We are at 3.5%. We are below the national average. So, that is where, and also I think the BJP lacks a homegrown Bengali face, which perhaps is what uh, will cost them heavily this election come 4th of May. Of course, Dr. Sen will say that this is a tsunami which is awaited on 4th of May, and I will say it is not, only time will say.
Dr. Avra saying, apart from all, the Hindu consolidation or, the welfare schemes of Mamata Banerjee or, for example, the SIR issue or the migrant issue, there is one very important question. This election also shows irrelevance of Congress and left in West Bengal. Parties who have national imprints have become irrelevant. Why, Dr. Sen?
See, left and Congress are irrelevant in the practical sense of things. But for the
Imagine
Trinamool
all
Congress,
four of us sitting in 2013 and holding this discussion. Irrelevance of left and Congress, people would have been laughing at me.
but the problem is, sir, for the TMC, left and Congress are not irrelevant. They are very important for the TMC because they are expecting that left and Congress will cut out a certain percentage of vote which is anti-TMC vote, and that would in turn facilitate TMC to stay in power. But the practicality of things is that is not going to be the case this time. People are sure of what they want. People understand the fact that left, Congress and the Trinamool Congress are together in India alliance. So when you are in an alliance, you come to the state of West Bengal and say things against Trinamool Congress, it does not become believable. It is not credulous enough for the public. So they are going to reject the left and Congress on that count only. And they are going to vote for BJP, which is the only alternative force in West Bengal that can replace TMC in the government. And when it comes to the question of governance, see, women's safety is a major issue in West Bengal. I was telling the other day also, the conviction rate in cases of rape in the state of West Bengal is a paltry 2.5%. It is the lowest in entire India. Why is that so? TMC has to answer. Their people have to answer regarding this. Also, 7,000 companies have migrated from the state of West Bengal in the past 15 years. 78,000 companies have shut down in West Bengal in the past 15 years. These numbers are really dangerous, and they show why there is lack of jobs in the state of West Bengal. And TMC is to be blamed for that because they have been unable They have failed to create an ambience where companies, where businesses will feel secure and encouraged to carry out their businesses, to carry out their work. They have failed in that respect, and people have to migrate from the state of West Bengal. And one fallacy in the statistics given by the TMC spokesperson, if national average is X, and I'm saying Y is the state average of unemployment, we have to take into account the huge number of people who are migrating to other states to find jobs. We have to take that into account. If you go to Bangalore, per se, you will find lakhs of youngsters who have gone there from the state of West Bengal to search for jobs. Why are they unable to find jobs in West Bengal? Because you have failed to create an ambience where there will be heavy industries and ancillary industries and IT hubs. You have failed on that count.
Okay,
And if you
that's a
see
good
the per
question.
capita income,
No, that's a good question. That's a good point.
Just one point. One point. If you see the per capita income of people of West Bengal, it is ranking at 23rd in entire India. This was at a position of third at one point of time.
Deindustrialization, the so-called IT revolution bypassing West Bengal. Yes, that is an issue. Saurav, to you, that is an issue.
Right. So, insofar as the IT is concerned, I'll just read out. Recently, very recently, TCS has acquired 20 acres of land in Bengal Silicon Valley Tech Hub. Very recently, Reliance Jio and LT Mindtree, they are setting up huge operations, and this is
But
specific
Saurav,
to
you know,
IT.
it is happening now. I mean to say, this IT revolution started in West Bengal, started in Karnataka and Hyderabad way back in late 1990s. Okay, TMC was not in power. It happened in early 2000, but you have been in power for the last 15 years. I mean,
Yes,
there
sir.
has to be
And
accountability for that as well.
I would strongly refute the claims that nothing is happening in Bengal. The reason as to why, and I'm not making baseless claims out here, every year, if you are aware, we hold the BGBS, which is Bengal Global Business Summit, and there are commitments which are
Okay.
made, and MOUs are signed. Of course, MOUs mean nothing unless and until it actually translates on the ground. But I would argue very strongly that, a lot of this, a lot of land is being given out, a lot of industry is actually happening. Otherwise, and you're talking about migration, allow me to tell you that as per the national data, migration from UP and Bihar are the highest. So just to keep saying that,
But
everything is bad about Bengal
Saurav,
and rest of India is...
I know Dr. Avra Sen will not like it. Even MUs were signed, after Article 356 was repealed in Kashmir. No investment came. So, I was there for the coverage. MOUs don't. So, I don't know. I also don't in a bipartisan way buy MOU agreement, MOUs don't mean a thing. Nirmala, closing comment. A lot of people were heard saying today, it's not a close fight. It's going to be one-way street, either TMC or BJP. Your comments on that. 1 minute, I need to close the show. And please don't take a middle line, We can all go wrong.
That's a good way of putting. Don't take a middle line. No, you see, the thing, there is a change. And the Prime Minister himself has made, I have told on your television yesterday only, that Prime Minister has made change the candidate. Yesterday's letter signifies that. Who is the candidate for the Prime Minister? It is change. That is. So, since 94% polling has taken place there, that wave is going to hit here. That is, you can be sure about it. And that is the only reason that you find these confidence building measures, preventive arrests, raids, searches, central military force, all these people.
Is it
these
okay?
people
I'm not asking you. I'm not catching you in a corner. I'm not saying TMC or BJP. I am asking you, is it a close contest or will it going to be a one-sided thing?
No, for me, I think it is not a close contest. It is not going to be one-sided because the emergence of two powers, Congress and left, does not make it a one-side contest.
Okay.